Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Creative Differences Podcast, the podcast where sometimes we plan to do a fan cast and don't do it for 7 years. My name is Dallas, and fun fact about me, I used to have two goldfish named Quasimodo and Esmeralda.
Fascinating.
I didn't know that.
Wow. Just remembered that.
Dallas lore.
It was a locked away memory until we were doing this fan cast. I was like, Esmeralda, my goldfish.
I'm Cassie, and I'm in the midst of processing trauma, so this is going to be fun.
That's what this story is all about. And my name is Demi, and this was supposed to be our second ever fan cast, and we've done a lot more since then. Welcome to another episode of the Creative Differences Podcast, your one-stop shop for movie reviews, Fancast Fridays, Throwback Thursdays, and a number of other pop culture-related items. It's been a while since we've done a fan cast, so today we decided we would fan cast one of my top 3 Disney movies. You heard me correctly. One of my top 3. Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Yeah, it's a solid one. It's also turning 30 this year. Not right now, but in June. And in June, we'll be busy with summer movies and stuff.
And Blackness.
I mean, we're always busy with Blackness.
Yeah, but I mean, you know.
Juneteenth, baby.
Speaking of Blackness, or lack thereof, Gabby she decided she's taking all of Black History Month off for the podcast. So maybe you guys will hear from her in March. Yeah,
you know, she is listening and learning, and we love it, you know?
Yeah. She was like, I don't want to take up space. That's really for y'all.
We listen and we don't judge.
Yep, and she does neither. All right. Cassie, you good?
That was just a bit of a sting in the tail there.
A little bit. Before we get into the episode, please like and share and subscribe and tell everybody, because like we said, it's still Black History Month, so you still have to support us at least until March 1st. Well, no, because then it's Women's History Month, and we have women too.
So keep it going.
Mostly women, as a matter of fact.
And then April is something.
So, Dallas, are you skipping next month, or?
Yeah,
Oh, no.
I'm going to have to take a month off. I'll see y'all in April.
Oh.
Fancast Friday. It's been literally a year. So,
yeah.
In case you forgot, if you're listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, you can go to YouTube. Demi will put pictures of the characters and the actors, maybe some other stuff. I don't know. It's been a year. So go over there and check it out. If you got YouTube Premium, like me, then, you could just listen on YouTube, or, not have like 16 ads or whatever.
Right.
Yeah, YouTube, we need to have a conversation, because getting an ad every 6 minutes is insane.
Yo, they're crazy with it.
Like,
yeah, YouTube, y'all.
Like, this is completely off topic, but I've been watching an actual play, and the episodes are like anywhere between like 2 hours to 2.5 hours. Getting an ad every 6 minutes is insane when you're watching a video that long.
That feels like more ads than actual show.
Right? Like, maybe if we were like every half hour or so, 15 minutes maybe. 6? I timed it. 6 is crazy.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's get this started.
Let's get it started.
Our first character is Quasimodo, the kind-hearted bell ringer of Notre Dame. Sorry, Notre Dame. Hidden away.
I like it.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. Nope. Hidden away by his guardian Frollo because of his deformities, Quasimodo yearns to experience the outside world and live a normal life amongst the people of Paris. Quasimodo is kind, gentle, curious, and naive. Dallas, you usually start us off, so hit us. Who did you choose for Quasimodo?
Okay, so a couple of things that we want to lay out here. We are what some would describe as woke. So we try to cast as close to accurate ethnic backgrounds as we can.
We are also bound by our options that we know.
Exactly. Quasimodo is Romani. We don't use the G word on this podcast.
No, we do not.
Romani people are believed to have roots in the Indian subcontinent. Disclaimer, I don't know enough young Romani people or South Asian people.
I'm glad that you brought that up, because I was literally going to preface this before I did my casting as well. Yeah, the Romani people are supposedly descended from northern Indian groups. They migrated to Europe around the 13th and 14th century.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't have a lot of knowledge of young Romani actors or young South Asian actors. So also, I did this fan cast 7 years ago, and I didn't change everybody. So for that reason, my ages for Quasimodo and Esmeralda are a bit older than they are in the source material or the Disney movie. Anyway, now that that's all out of the way, my Quasimodo is Dev Patel, who is in his 30s, but he could play younger. Why not? He's a good actor. Shave that beard.
You can be naive in your 30s.
You can be naive in your 30s. Also, they have to do something to his face anyway, so he might not even really look like Dev Patel.
Also, that man gets kept in a tower his entire life. So at 30, you still would definitely be naive.
100%.
No matter how
100%.
old you are, if you've been locked in a tower your entire life, you know nothing.
But yeah, also Dev is a good actor, so he can do whatever he wants.
Cassie, who do you got?
Okay, so you ever think of a joke and then you realize it's mean, but then you still think it's funny, and so you're wrestling with how you want to do it?
Oh, Lord.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I
All the time.
picked an actor who is not afraid to be made to look awful in a movie. I picked Ben Platt.
Oh, Cassie.
Mhm.
What a wild. I guess I got to use a picture from that movie in particular since
You
this is what we're
really
referencing.
do. And
Also, I
that,
don't think that's that mean. I think you're okay.
see, that's my thing, is like, he chose to do it. He knew. He saw what he was going to look like in the film, and he said, yes, I still want to do this. So anyway, Ben Platt. I love his music. He can act pretty well. I haven't seen that particular movie, actually, but I saw, Theater Camp. He was great in that. And I just feel like he could definitely do Quasimodo, especially the songs. I feel like he would fucking kill it. So yeah.
All right. I don't know if I've seen anything that Ben Platt has done.
I would highly recommend Theater Camp. It's a delightful movie. He's great in it. Io's in it for not nearly
Hey.
long enough, but is absolutely the best as a camp counselor who's teaching something she doesn't actually know.
Molly Gordon is also in it, and she is also great in that movie.
She directed it.
Yes, that too. And she wrote it?
To Wikipedia.
I don't know.
It was written by her and like 3 other people. Man.
Yeah. And I was like, she also was part of the writing team. Awesome. Great. Cool. Dallas already did the preface about Romani people. I did do my best to find Romani actors, even if I've never seen them in something, which they have not. I have not. I have not seen them in anything. But yeah, I wanted to at least get a couple of Romani names in here.
Yeah.
Maybe y'all have seen some of their work, or maybe you'd be interested in seeing some of their work. Who knows? I don't. Yeah, so the first actor on my list is Jan Sina, who is a Czech Romani actor. And also, yeah, I know, right? I thought
didn't
that
wanna
last
say
night
anything,
too.
but I was like,
And his name
yo.
is Jan Cena.
And I love that for him. He is also a musician because, this movie requires some singing. My version of the movie, at least, involves singing because I am not only a huge fan of the movie, but you guys will come to find that I am also a huge fan of the off-Broadway play that did not make it to Broadway that Disney did. It is one of my favorite shows. I love that soundtrack. And honestly, I would pull a lot of elements from that show and probably a number of songs as well. But yeah, Jan Sina, Romani actor. Also, similar to Dev Patel, probably too old for the role, but like from the pictures I've seen, looks like a young dude. And as we were saying, yeah, there's probably going to be a lot of prosthetics. So
yeah, let's put stuff on his face.
To be honest here, in a Hunchback of Notre Dame situation, the best choices that you could probably make for Quasimodo and Esmeralda are newcomers that nobody has ever heard of to be as like close to source material as possible. Which, we don't know newcomers because they ain't shown up yet. So, that's technically the number one here. But based on the things that I know, this is what I got for y'all. But also, one of the things about Quasimodo is that depending on, I think the movie implies it more so than actually states it, whereas the theatrical play is very explicit about the fact that Quasimodo is a Romani, or at the very least half Romani, because in the stage play, he is also Frollo's biological nephew.
Okay.
Yikes.
And then I had a second choice as well. My second choice is Avin Jogia.
Okay.
I almost picked him.
It's Avin Jogia, like the talented man. Talented man. Also, I know that he sings, and I know that people love him. I know that a lot of people from our generation especially love him because of his time on Victorious, which is a show that I never really watched. But I did love him on a show called Twisted, where he was playing, well, I can't say he was playing a sociopath, because we never got far enough in the show to find out if he was actually a sociopath or not.
All right.
But yeah, he's a very talented actor. And like I said, I know that he is a good singer. And so, yeah, that was my choice for Quasimodo, or my two choices for Quasimodo.
Nice.
And that takes us to Esmeralda, the finest girl in France.
Yep.
A member of the Romani culture, she works as an entertainment performer and dancer accompanied by her goat, Jolly. I love Jolly. Her compassion drives her to protect Quasimodo and pray for the outcast, while her beauty attracts and her ethnicity enrages Frollo. Esmeralda is streetwise,
Wow.
cunning, moral, and intelligent. Oh, wait until we get to my Frollo description. Most of these descriptions I got from like a Disney wiki, but when we get to Frollo, most of that is me.
Well, you can go in on that, man. He trash. She will never stop doing
Trash.
that.
Never stop going in. Dallas, who is your choice for Esmeralda?
So originally, I had someone cast, and I realized that it was 100% just thirst casting,
Ooh.
and that was Frida Pinto.
Oh my!
You
I knew you were
know,
gonna say that, and like I'm
That's
not mad
so
about
fair.
it.
That's so fair.
I don't know if Frida can sing. I barely know if she can act. 'Cause I've only
Slumdog
seen her in, like, two
Millionaire.
things.
Like
Yeah, never saw it. Heard it's good.
It's good.
it would be a reunion
her
between her and
in-
Dev.
That's true.
Yeah.
I saw her in Immortals. That's
Yes.
way back when,
Mhm.
and I was like, "Yo, who was that?" And
Same.
I was like, "Who's this type of brown?" Frida Pinto. She fine as hell. But
Still
no,
is.
I don't know enough about her, and definitely, and she's like 41. So I was like, let's go younger. Let's go someone who I know can sing and I know can act.
She is a great actress, though. I do not know if she can sing, but I do know she's a great actress, and I'm looking forward to her being
Okay.
in the Aang movie that's coming out later this year.
True, she is.
I'm looking at her
That's gonna be dope.
filmography and I'm not seeing a lot of like need to sing. She has auditioned for Bollywood productions.
That's
I don't
true.
know
I
if
forgot
that-
about that.
They be singing,
Implies that she did like the dancing and singing, but she might have done.
maybe. I don't know. But either way, my actual Esmeralda is. Jimmy's gonna love this. Naomi Scott,
Hey, oh, that's a good choice.
Ah.
who's
Actually,
already played the Disney princess.
I actually didn't think about that. That's actually really good.
Yeah, I know she's a very talented singer and actress. I didn't see Smile 2, but I heard great things about it.
Yeah, I heard her performance in Smile 2 was insane.
So, you know,
It's
she can
fine.
get chased. She can get chased by scary people. Esmeralda does that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she played Jasmine, so it'd be funny if you played Esmeralda.
2 for 2. Let's go.
Yeah, keep it going.
Cassie, who is your choice for Esmeralda?
Well, this is going to be a fun time because my choice for Esmeralda is Frida Pinto.
Hey! We got her in anyway.
And I
I'd love
love
to-
that.
Be able to tell you why, but this was 7 years ago. Also, she dated Dev Patel for 6 years. Didn't know that.
Yeah, from after they did
Slumdog, yeah.
Slumdog Millionaire together.
I wonder if they're still on good terms because otherwise that movie would be awkward.
Maybe.
Anyway, yeah, Frida Pinto. I feel like she could do Esmeralda, and really, because I was worried about it because I was like, is she too old? But she still has enough of an age gap with Frollo that he could be her dad, so I feel like that still works.
Oh my gosh.
Because there has to be an age gap there.
There it is.
Yeah, he got to be old and creepy.
Yeah, and she's
Always.
not old and creepy, but she's great.
We love to see it. Put her on screen.
Honestly, yes. I actually have been begging for more Frida Pinto movies for like the last several years now. So like somebody help me out. Help me. My choice. I have 3 choices for Esmeralda.
Goddamn.
So let's do this.
All right, you
I
get back in
know.
your bag.
Well, so
Oh my god, hold on.
Oh.
Sorry. So the Hillbilly Elegy movie, which is the adaptation of J.D. Vance's
yes,
book, Frida
Mhm.
Pinto played his wife.
she did. Yeah, I remember that.
That's girl. Mm-mm.
Uh-oh.
That was before we realized that JD Vance was, well,
A demon?
Having sex with couches?
yeah.
Allegedly. That part apparently isn't in the book, but I love it.
Both of those are good answers. She couldn't have known, and neither could Amy Adams, who I believe is also in that movie.
You could have talked to
Yeah.
Usha extensively, and then her husband would have come up, and then you would have known his political ideas, and you would have been like, ooh, nigga, absolutely not.
Well, that's hard to know because JD Vance flip flopped. Because remember, he was anti-Trump until like
Oh.
he could be vice president. So
Oh, what a fuck weasel. Okay. Anyway, continue.
anyway, Esmeralda's my favorite character. Fun fact about me: as a kid, I dressed up as Esmeralda for Halloween, despite the fact that like I did not watch Hunchback of Notre Dame a lot until I became an adult because I never owned it. It's one of the few Disney movies that I did not own growing up.
Hmm.
My first choice, Romani actor. Her name is Raisa Mihai, I believe is how you pronounce her name. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. But yeah, she's an actress. She is also a classical guitarist. She plays piano and she's a singer. So yes, do all the musical things that Esmeralda needs to do. I mean, Esmeralda doesn't play guitar or play piano, but that doesn't mean that we can't add that into the movie. I don't see why not.
Why not?
Why not? Also, very pretty girl, which Esmeralda must be the finest girl in France.
Right.
My next choice is Anya Chalotra, most well known for The Witcher.
This does not surprise me.
Also was in Creature Commandos, for those of us who are in the superhero sphere.
Yup.
I love her. Anya is such a great actress. Legitimately such a good actress. I remember watching season 1 of The Witcher for the first time and being like, who is she? She's killing it. Like, man, just her whole performance. I honestly think that, like, she's the MVP of The Witcher, of the entirety of The Witcher. Like, I know a lot of people watched that show for Henry Cavill, but I'm like, Anya Chalotra was the one who was putting in a performance. She is certainly the one to watch on that show. I also know that she can sing. She has done theater before. I'm not worried about that. Like I said, very talented performer. And yeah, I just feel like she would do a great job. I don't know if she dances. I feel like she has for theater before, so that probably won't be a problem. I say this because in the stage play, there is a song called Rhythm of the Tambourine. And I absolutely would be putting that in my version of the Hunchback of Notre Dame. It is one of my favorite songs from the stage play, and it is not in the movie. But it goes in the midst of Topsy Turvy, and it's a wonderful number. Highly recommend it. Fantastic. And then my last choice, for me, it was an obligatory choice, okay? My last choice is Ciara Renée, who played Esmeralda in the off-Broadway show for Hunchback of Notre Dame. She's so good as Esmeralda in that stage play. Like, I don't really need to say much about it. Just listen to her on the soundtrack, because she performs my favorite version of God Help the Outcasts.
I asked for nothing, I can get by, but I know so many less lucky than I. Please help my people, the poor and downtrodden. I thought we all were the children of God.
And if I could just get that on screen, I would be so immensely happy. She's wonderful at playing Esmeralda. Like, that felt like obligatory. Like, that was like, I saw that play and I heard the soundtrack and I was like, no, I need that. I want that so bad. So yeah, that's why I have 3 Esmeraldas, was because no, Ciara Renée has to be on this list.
Makes
because
sense.
She's so phenomenal in that stage play. And I'm really mad that it never made it to Broadway, because it is a wonderful, wonderful play. If I could, like, I don't think you can make this work in a film, but in the stage play, like, at the end of the first song, like, the last lyrics are what makes a monster and what makes a man. And as, like, after those lyrics are sung, you watch the actor who's playing Quasimodo, you watch him put, like, his stage makeup on, and you watch him put, like, the costuming on for, like, the Hunchback and stuff like that, and you see him, like, morph into the character of Quasimodo live on stage. And if I could somehow put that on film, I would. It's such a good moment. And I'm like, you can't do that on film. It just wouldn't work. Not for this story. But it works so well in theater. So good. But yeah, my choices for Esmeralda, I've got 3. My last one being Ciara Renée, because of her work as already doing the character on off-Broadway. And that takes us to Phoebus, a gallant war vet. He's summoned by Frollo to eliminate the remaining Romani people in Paris, or, genocide. But his righteousness and love for Esmeralda lead him down a different path. Phoebus is sarcastically witty, brave, confident, and enjoys finding humor in situations. Dallas, who's your Phoebus?
Phoebus.
So I have 2 Phoebi.
Love that.
Yeah. My first Phoebus. So sometimes I watch movies that take place in some country in Europe, and for some reason everybody's just British or American.
As they do.
Hollywood is lazy. So I was like, who do I think can probably do a French accent and can also act and sing, in case they re-add that deleted song from the movie, As Long as There's a Moon, which I found out about yesterday because I was on the Disney Wiki for this movie. So who can act, who can sing, who can probably do a French accent? I picked Jack O'Connell, aka Remick from Sinners.
Of course you did.
Because that's my guy now. And I know he can sing. I know he can act. I know he can do accents ranging from Irish to 30s Mississippi to he's English, so that one as well. You can probably do French too. Why not? Throw it in there.
I mean, that's what you got, dialect coaches for, accent coaches.
Yeah.
They got people.
And I just want to see more of him because he's great.
Mhm.
But yeah, that's my guy, Jack O'Connell. Phoebus number 2, my second of the Phoebi. Starting consistently, not consistently because we did it a year ago. Last year in Fourth Wing, I decided my new challenge for myself is to insert at least one wrestler into every fan cast, because my challenge used to be insert Will Smith and or Donald Glover, and that was years ago. So, audience, wrestling members, wrestling fan members in the audience, this is for you. Demi and Cassie will not know who I'm talking about. So, other Phoebus, I saw on the wiki, again, a quote that said the director, Gary Trousdale, admits that what he likes most about Phoebus is that although he can keep a straight face when it's required of him, you can tell deep down he'd rather tell a joke. So I was like, boom. Who is that? Also, who can get abbed up if need be, and who can speak French? And I picked Sami Zayn. If you know who Sami Zayn is, audience, you know that he is from Quebec. He speaks French. He is not the most shredded wrestler out there, but he can be. He has been in the past. And he is just a funny guy.
Okay.
And I want my Phoebus to be a funny guy. So yeah, if you know, you know. Shout out Sami Zayn. Also, for my wrestling fan cast challenges, it's not going to be like who's a great fit. It's going to be who's the best fit out of this pool of people that I have, because there's not a lot of Phoebuses in there. Sorry, not a lot of Phoebi in there. But yeah, Sammy at least speaks French.
Okay.
So that's where I started with that. But yeah, those are my two Phoebi.
Nice.
Cassie, who did you choose for Phoebus?
Let's see, who did I choose 7 years ago? So my Phoebus choice
That's the funniest
is-
part.
I know, right? Chris Hemsworth.
Nice.
I can see it.
He big,
I can see
he
it.
blonde,
Yeah, especially during that time period.
he can be silly. These things all make sense to me.
Big silly dude.
He's very good in Crime 101 for anybody who is interested in seeing that movie. It's
yeah.
very good. It's a very good movie, and he's also just very good in it. I think it's his best dramatic role outside of like the franchise stuff that he's been doing.
Nice.
I
heard
don't
it was good.
know if he be singing in anything, but
I don't think he ever has.
I can't think of anything he sings in.
they can just not include that song and it'll be fine.
Yeah, that song got deleted from the Disney movie anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, we keep talking about songs that got deleted from the Disney movie. So in my version of Hunchback of Notre Dame, I am putting in Rest and Recreation. It's a song from the Off-Broadway where Phoebus comes into town. It's during Topsy Turvy, and it's basically him coming to
I
town
think
for
a
the
lot
first
happens
time.
during Topsy Turvy.
It's a very long period of time. And it's also a festival. Let's have some fun. But he's come into town and he's like, I'm going to have some fun. I need some rest and recreation. I got all this PTSD. I just came from the war. I'm just trying to relax and chill. And that's basically what that song is. And then immediately after that, I think is Rhythm of the Tambourine, which is the first time he sees Esmeralda. Or I think it's the first time all three of the men of the show see Esmeralda, and she like entrances them or whatever with her.
And
dancing.
2 of them are normal about it.
Yes, 2 of them are normal about it. And then I would add in also In a Place of Miracles and Someday, which are both songs that Phoebus sings in.
Okay.
And for that reason, I made sure I had 2 actors who can sing. The first one being Alan Ritchson, because have you heard that man
I don't know if he can sing. I did not. I've never heard him sing.
Beautiful voice. He apparently auditioned for American Idol. Like, gorgeous voice. I heard him sing for the first time on Titans. His character was doing karaoke.
Oh.
And I was like, is this him actually singing, or is this somebody dubbing the voice and he's just lip syncing? And I went to look it up.
Listen, baby, ain't no mountain high, ain't no valley low, ain't no river wide enough, baby.
That man is a beautiful voice, gorgeous singer.
It was Hawk, right? On
Yes.
Titans?
Highly, highly, highly recommend that you guys check out his voice. But also, I just love Alan Ritchson. Like, he's just such a fun actor, so good at what he does. That is also a very large man. Imagine a soldier boy that
He's so big, he could play the bell tower.
he
He's
could.
big ass.
Damn.
Like,
You're not
he
wrong.
can just hold up the bell the whole time.
And the funny thing is, he doesn't always have to be that large. He just, in recent years, has been, because those are the roles that he gets, just being these very, very large men. Like, I've never seen anyone eclipse how big Henry Cavill is.
Yeah, that Guy Ritchie movie, I was like, this is unsafe. A person shouldn't be this large.
Alan Ritchson made Henry Cavill look small. Like,
Terrifying.
Esmeralda, I get it. If Alan Richardson is Phoebus, I get it. I also am like, yeah, I'll let that big man hold me. That's fine. We're good.
I hope she's gonna be okay.
Oh man, my second choice, which I know for a fact was not chosen 7 years ago because West Side Story hadn't come out. My second choice is David Alvarez because he was phenomenal in West Side Story. Loved his performance. I think when I came out of that movie, I said if he and Ariana DeBose became like the next big like duo that you cast in musicals together, like an old school Hollywood musical style sort of thing, I would watch every single musical you made with him in it. He's a phenomenal dancer. He's a beautiful singer. I think he already has a Tony. Like, he's a phenomenal performer. And I think after I saw that movie, I was like, oh yeah, he'd make a great Phoebus. Even, you know, we sometimes do colorblind casting over here in the vein of Cinderella because we can. And I just, I think Alan Richardson is my, you kind of look like the character choice. David Alvarez is my, you're such a good performer that I don't care if you look anything like the character choice. Like, you're just so good that I want to just see him in more musicals. Such a talented man. So those are my two choices for Phoebus.
Also, David Alvarez, like Sami Zayn, born in Quebec.
Yay!
And his first language is French.
I actually didn't know that.
Yeah, I'm always going through Wikipedia rabbit holes while we're doing this. Yeah, he speaks French, so that's even better.
I love that. That's, I don't know how much French would be thrown in there, but I don't know. I'm into it. But yeah, he was phenomenal as Bernardo. So, and if you haven't seen Steven Spielberg's West Side Story, highly recommend. That's one of those remakes where, like, I think a lot of times people are like, oh, the remake is never as good as the original. This is one of those situations where I'm like, this one might be better than the original, but also the original is such a classic that I can't really tell you which one is better than the other. Like, you just have to, it becomes a preference thing at that point.
Fair.
Which for me, more authentic casting is definitely a preference.
Yeah, no brown face is a preference. You disagree? You like brown face?
No, I just feel like it's not a preference, it's a requirement.
Oh, that's fair. For me, no brown face is a requirement.
But when you're watching old movies, sometimes it's there. So.
I know.
It do be there.
Yeah. Reality exists, unfortunately. This takes us to our final character, which is Frollo, the absolute worst because men like him do exist. Judge Claude Frollo is a powerful Parisian justice minister and Quasimodo's guardian after the death of his parents. He self-regards himself as a righteous man despite the fact that he's a racist who sends an entire city after a woman of color after she refuses to sleep with him. Frollo is very cruel, manipulative, lustful, and sadistic. Hey, guys, who did you choose for Frollo?
So I was like, who's an old villain who I think can sing? And I landed on Jeremy Irons for my Frollo.
Oh. Okay.
He old as hell.
He is old as hell.
Yeah. And, you know, he's good at playing a villain. One of my favorite villains of all time. He played Scar. He sang as Scar.
Mm-hmm.
He had a hyenas doing goose steps as Scar. This probably wouldn't be part of it, but that's the thing that happened.
He'll just have the smoke and fire do goose steps for him during Hellfire.
We could probably leave the goose steps out, but
I don't know if you can do it to Hellfire, but I feel like if you can try, like
they made it work. Yeah. He's good at that. He's good at being old creepy dude. And old not creepy dude, but for this, we need old creepy dude. Also, one of his first movies was called The French Lieutenant's Woman. Was he the French lieutenant? I don't know. Maybe. I got a connection to France. It works for me. Frollo is Jeremy Irons. Okay.
Cassie, who's your Frollo?
What up? My Frollo is Patrick Page. He's done a bunch of shit.
Okay, so I literally just wrote him down on my list.
That's funny.
Because he played Frollo in the off-Broadway play.
Oh, did he?
Oh.
I mean, honestly, that makes perfect sense with that voice. And we know he can sing.
Yeah, he got a scary voice.
Yeah, you guys can go listen to his version of Hellfire. It's phenomenal.
It's perfect. He old. He can act. He can sing. He could be really creepy if he wanted to be. There you go.
He can also be a really nice old man, but this is not the movie for that.
I thought he was older than he is.
He's 22 years older than Frida Pinto, which is enough for me to like, yeah, you could be her dad, so we're good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just thought he was older than
I did too, but hey, good for him.
But I haven't seen him in a lot.
Yes, no, he played Frollo off Broadway, which is why I just added him to my list, because I was like, wait, you literally did a perfect job on stage. Why would I not have you on this list to do it in the movie? Especially because I've seen him in movies now since we did this fan cast for the first time. Yeah, he's a wonderful Frollo, and I think his version of Hellfire is usually the one that plays in my head when I think about the song. So yeah, Patrick Page is obviously a great choice because they chose him for the stage play.
Also, fun fact, he is married to a woman named Paige Davis. So if she took his last name, her name is Paige Page.
Page.
I adore that. I'm guessing she didn't take his last name for that very reason, but I wish she had.
Yeah, it's probably.
I hope that she
Can't be Paige
hyphenated
Page.
so that she's Paige Davis Page.
That'd be great.
All right, guys, that takes us to my choice, which this is the choice that I had 7 years ago. It's Hugh Laurie.
Hey.
Because Hugh Laurie is really good at playing assholes, as
True.
we've seen. Also really good at playing nice guys, but again, this is not the role that calls for that. But Hugh Laurie is a really good actor. He is also a singer last time I checked. And again,
He is.
my
He's good
qualification,
at it.
yeah, my qualification for all these roles was that I needed you to be able to act, and I need you to be able to sing. And Hugh Laurie does that. And he also looks old enough to be Frollo. And also, I feel like he could look like the character legitimately. Like, you put that wig on him and
Yeah, put
Yeah.
the hat on him.
That's it.
do all of it. I think Hugh Laurie could look like the character if you really, really wanted him to. And yeah, like I said,
That
just
big
robe.
graduation gown he be wearing.
Yeah. Yeah. So Hugh Laurie is my choice. I feel like he'd be phenomenal. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is our fan cast for
So fun
Hunchback of
fact.
Notre Dame.
Wait.
Oh yeah.
I
What we
think
got?
Dallas and I meant
Couple
the
things.
same. Yeah, I apparently have bonus castings
what-
from 7 years ago.
Oh
Oh, look
wow.
at you.
Even I don't have
I was
those.
gonna say two things. One, I have a director and writer, and two, when we were casting probably also 7 years ago for Batman stuff, Hugh Laurie was my Alfred, and then Jeremy Irons is
Ah.
actually Alfred, which is funny to me.
Hilarious.
Nah.
We both got Alfreds.
Wow.
Who's your bonus cast? Is it Clopin?
Yes, and also the gargoyles.
Ooh, nice.
So for the gargoyles, I put Keegan Michael Key, Jordan Peele, and Craig Robinson.
Love it.
And
Fantastic.
then
No notes.
for Clopin, I chose Donald Glover.
So okay, here's the thing.
I'm just saying, with the way
I think
that nigga moves.
we probably did this at the same time when we were sitting
I
at that
think we
big round
probably
table
did.
because Clopin was on my list for the last 7 years until yesterday because I thought he was part of the actual cast list. And then I
Should be.
looked at it and I was like, oh, he was a bonus cast. And I put him on my list just so I could pick Donald Glover. But then when I was like, well, that was Clopin. I looked it up and I was like, oh, Clopin is Romani. So I didn't want to not cast a
fair.
Romani or a South Asian person.
Fair.
So I took him off. But my original, before I knew who Clopin was, I think I just had it listed as Jester. I had Donald Glover and Rafael Casal.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, yo.
Yeah. But then I was like,
Give him
oh,
some bars.
that'd be great. But I was like, oh, yeah, now there's no Romani, so let me just take this bonus cast off.
Yeah.
But I do love that we still got that Donald Glover shout in there.
I feel like I didn't do the gargoyles because in my version, again, pulling from the off-Broadway play, whereas in the Disney movie, they're very much like comedic relief. In the off-Broadway show, it is a very large ensemble of people, like a choir of people.
Oh, like Greek chorus type thing?
Yeah, they're a Greek chorus, and they are still doing the internal, like, voice of, like, Quasimodo, like, his internal thoughts and stuff like that. And there's a song where it gets very, like, creepy. When he throws Frollo off of Notre Dame, the entire choir whispers, like,
You don't want to hurt me.
and so, like, I'm like, oh, I'm pulling that. I want that in my version of the movie.
I want that in both versions, and I want Key and Peele and Greg Robinson to be doing, do it. Got that nigga.
I feel like you could have like 3 main gargoyles though, like as like the main voices of like that, but I definitely would want like an ensemble of like gargoyles that are just like really like boosting the creepiness of like these really sometimes very dark thoughts, because Quasimodo does occasionally have those dark thoughts. He's been alone for years inside of a tower. Like that would probably happen. But then there's also like the moments where the choir is like encouraging him to like pursue Esmeralda, or to just, you know, be kind to her and stuff like that. So those moments as well, it's like really like boosted up by having like this choir of people like really trying to encourage you to be the best person you can be. So I really like that concept, which is why I would pull that. But yeah, do you have a director and writer, Dallas?
I do. My director is Guy Ritchie because he did the
Aladdin.
live action Aladdin,
Incredible.
which was fun. And certain scenes of that were like the Prince Ali scene and all that stuff. I'm like, I think he could have a lot of fun with the Festival of Fools aspect of all this.
So much fun.
Yeah, I think it'd be pretty dope. My writers, I have two of them. They are Irene Mechie and Jonathan Roberts, who are not very famous. And I don't know if they still work, but they wrote Hunchback of Notre Dame and The Lion King. So I know they got it. They're
You know
very
what?
good.
They were some heavy hitters because Hunchback and Lion King, crazy.
Yeah, they was in there. It was in Disney.
They were trying to get us to
Disney
cry
getting
as
that bag.
children, for real.
Mm-hmm.
They were like, we want to teach y'all
They
how
wanted to-
hard life is. It's like, damn,
They want to torture these kids.
I'm 5. Leave me alone.
Yeah.
Actually, younger than
Irene
that.
also wrote
4. Because I think Hunchback
4,
came
yeah.
out in 96.
Yeah. Irene Mechie also wrote Hercules. So
Ooh,
she
I
yeah,
love Hercules.
She's a Disney heavy hitter.
We have a fan cast for Hercules as well. I believe that was the first one that we ever did, as a matter of fact. Or was Snow White the first one we ever did?
It was very early.
Yeah.
One of those. We were doing a lot of Disney stuff.
Well, yeah, because Disney likes to do their live action remakes. So,
Yeah, and we were trying to get ahead of that.
in fact, funny enough, Frida Pinto shows up in one of my live action remake fan casts, just not this one.
When that we did already?
One that we haven't.
Oh.
We'll have to go
sneak
through
peek.
the rest of them to find out who it is.
See y'all in another few years.
Yeah, see y'all in a
One
year.
a year, yeah. We'll get there.
This year's Fancast is Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Next year should be Iron Giant, though. No, Iron Giant's anniversary is in 2029. I don't want to wait that long. I like the Iron Giant.
I don't want to wait. Yeah, we could just not wait a year between Fancasts.
Yeah, I like doing the fan cast. We just haven't done them in a while.
They're a fun time. But yeah, we did it. Bang, bang. France. I don't know. Thank you, audience, for listening to all of us do all these things and talk and Fancast and be nerds. This is for y'all, fellow nerds. Thank you, Crown Digital, Brandon and Aya, for putting us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. To me, thank you for editing and putting us on YouTube. And both of you, thank you for coming back to do a Fancast
Yeah.
almost a decade after we initially planned to do it.
Crazy
Yeah.
work.
It's wild. So wild. And there's not even like a reason why we just planned it and then didn't do it. And then just never came back to it. That's so funny to me.
Just kept putting it off.
Just kept putting it off. Anyway, audience, you can reach us in the comments. There's lots of room. It's open. Ain't no comments down there. Or you can hit us on Instagram and Tumblr at Creative Differences Podcast, Facebook.com/Creative Differences PC, or TikTok at Creative Differences Pod. If you want to talk to me about which wrestlers I would fan cast in movies and TV shows, you can find me on Instagram and Letterboxd and Serialized at a King Named Simba.
You can find me on Blue Sky at Sassy Soothsayer. Can't even say my own name.
It's a tough one.
Come talk to me about, I don't know, physical disability rep in film and how it could be better.
You're not wrong.
Interesting.
Representation of all sorts could be better. I feel like could be better.
It's interesting that you say that because we were just talking about Crohn's disease representation
We did.
last night with Jesse. Because you found out Katie O'Brien has Crohn's disease.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyway, Demi, where can they find you?
Yeah, you guys can check out my movie reviews or TV reviews on Letterboxd or on Serialized at Demi Joie. Joie is spelled Joie. Thanks again for joining us. Tune in next time. Who knows what we'll be doing?
Who knows? Not me. Also, if you want to find Gabby, she is on Blue Sky at the blown out back of Pasadena. It is all one word. All right, it's been different. Bye.
Bye.
Avianto?
All right. Question for the group.
Oh, no.
As we know, Frollo is a scumbag who is primarily motivated by, aside from racism, uncontrollable horniness. Who is your favorite movie character whose primary motivation seems to be thirst and or horniness? I realize that these tags, if I don't give you guys advance notice, like you're probably not gonna have an answer.
I don't know that I have an answer for you.
It's going to be Haley Steinfeld in Sinners. It's Mary.
That's hilarious.
Okay.
I love that. That's fantastic. That's my answer now too. Initially, I could only really think of like Gaston, because he's really just thirsting over Belle the whole time.
He is.
But I don't really like Gaston like that.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, it's a tough question. Favorite it's always a tough one.
Nah, I think Mary got it.